I could easily think about the past all the time. Think about, the medals I've won, the games that I've won, the highs, the lows, chemo, amputation, but at the end of the day, everything that happens in the present. So you just gotta keep moving forward. My name is Noah Grove, and I play sled hockey for Team USA.
Noah was born May 1st, 1999. He was actually 3 weeks early. As he got older and his red curly hair and, blue eyes, can't help but fall in love with him.
It's a lot of responsibility because now you've brought this individual into the world and you can't let him fail. You have to do everything you can to put your child in the best situation. So immediately, the pressure and the responsibility of being a father was eminent.
He had a disease before he was diagnosed with cancer. He started showing some bruises on his legs at 3.5 years old, and he's a boy, so of course he's gonna have bruises. Turned out he had an ITP. He had low platelets. He was probably in and out of treatment for about 6 months. And he was fine. But then 6 months later.
Noah had some heat in his left leg. We took him to his pediatrician and he ordered an x-ray. And from the x-ray, he called us later that day or the next morning and said, I need you guys to go to Hopkins tomorrow. We went down there for the biopsy.
We were first told that he had osteomyelitis, which is a bone infection. 24 hours later, and it came back as cancer. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
It was in 2004. Noah was barely 4 or 4.5 years old. He had a tumor in his left leg. It was osteosarcoma, which is an aggressive bone tumor that usually occurs in adolescence. He was one of the younger kids who had this cancer. He was a delightful young man. He had a mop of red hair on his head before he lost his hair to chemotherapy.
Chemotherapy is extremely difficult. I was sick every single day. I couldn't eat. I couldn't even brush my teeth that often. If I started bleeding through my gums or anything, I might bleed out. I wouldn't be able to fight off infections or anything like that.
His treatment was a combination of surgery and chemotherapy. There are 2 options that are usually offered for the surgery. They could either opt for an amputation or they could opt for what we call a limb-sparing surgery. That means that they put an artificial prosthesis. It's a lengthening prosthesis, so automatically lengthens for a period of time. But because of his age, he would need many, many surgeries for revision.
I think that a lot of surgeons and parents feel it's a sense of failure to, amputate. So.
Rachel was on the amputation team and I was on the Save the Leg team. After an appointment where the doctor said it's his leg or his life, I guess I woke up at that moment and said, okay, I get it now.
Even when I think back right now, 19.5 years down the road, his parents, who were very young at that time, made a very courageous decision.
We worked with the social workers. Their suggestion was that we tell him the night before.
My parents had explained the whole situation and your leg's really sick. We need to take it off.
I really don't know if he actually got it. We did tell him that his leg was gonna go to heaven and things like that. So 5-year-old really doesn't understand that.
I remember agreeing with them and being like, yeah, this is what we need to do. But the second I got on the operating table, I did not want to.
When he started crying, saying, please don't take my leg, I begged the anesthesiologist to put him to sleep. Hurry up.
Waking up and the first thing I looked for was my leg. I mean, It sucked. Like, you know, it's not reversible.
This lion was given to Noah by one of my very good friends. He had this with him during all of treatment. The lion went into the operating room with both legs, just like Noah did. And when he woke up, the lion was missing his leg.
I'm considered a knee dysartic, which is an amputation through the knee. Having my entire femur allowed me I can weight bear all my weight on it.
Between physical therapy and getting him a prosthesis, you know, he was trained to walk again.
I played soccer, basketball, lacrosse, baseball, you name it, I played it.
You'd hear him running down the field, and it was click, click, click.
It really didn't come as a difference with him and his friends until he was about 12 or 13.
That 20-pound prosthetic was slowing him down big time, and he couldn't keep up with the able-bodied teammates. So that's when he turned to sled hockey.
At first, I wasn't really into it, but then like I saw other kids trying it, and it looked fun, so got in sled for the first time.
For the first time, he wasn't trying to keep up. He was setting the pace.
I fell in love with sled hockey. The speed, the skill, the physicality. I mean, hockey's got everything that you want in a sport.
Carry. Hey, you gotta drop.
In 2014, I had actually watched the team win gold in Sochi. I knew that right then and there, I wanted to be on the national team.
Hey, down low.
They have a development camp every single summer. Pyeongchang's coming up, 2.5 years out at that point. That was the year that I got my driver's license. And so every day after school, drive right to the rink and then head right to the gym after. The next year comes around and coach selected me for the national team. The rest is history.
He's won quite a few world championships, so that's what these are. In 2019, he won Player of the Game in a world championship. And then these are his gold medals. This is from 2018 in Pyeongchang. And then Beijing 2022.
Watching him on the ice is a lot of fun, whether it be for USA or even for his club team.
Take a shot.
Hockey taught me a lot of life lessons. Hard work, dedication, perseverance.
Yeah! Yes, sir.
It's really challenged me to be a better version of myself, and that's kind of just been my goal throughout my entire hockey career, is to be as good as I could be at hockey.
Good game, boys. Hey, good work.
I think Noah affects a ton of people that he would never even imagine.
When I get a new patient with a similar cancer, but wants to look ahead and see the light again, you can talk about Noah. He is probably one of the most inspiring kids.
I wouldn't change what we did because I still have him. You know, so there's many parents who can't say something.
When I was diagnosed, there were several other kids who were also diagnosed with similar forms of cancer. All of them had the option to amputate, and they didn't, and none of them are living today. Recently, I was able to celebrate my 19 years off cancer treatment. I'm entirely grateful for the rest of my life for the decision that my parents made. I found a purpose in sled hockey. I don't know where I would be today without it.